Morning briefing show. First of all, thanks to Admirals that we can make this morning briefing show to prepare ourselves for the market. Basically, the market we don't need to prepare. We have to prepare ourselves for trading, to bring us in the right mood, in the right stage of mind, of course, that we have a clear view at the charts and that we can stick to the rules all the time. I'm really happy to share my knowledge with you. And today we have a special topic, how to analyze our trades in a perfect and proper or in a correct way, of course, afterwards. So when the trades are finished, sometimes we need to analyze our trades that we can see if I made something wrong or if I made everything right and a correct way. And this I want to show you today just a little bit. You know, in this show, we can only kind of surfing on the surface, but it's I think it's a good thing that I can share this kind of knowledge with you. So wonderful good morning, Don, Simas, Roy, Binots, I can see here, and yeah, Jesus Christ, let me see. I've forgotten. So I wrote down the name anywhere. So, here we go. Mehdi, yeah, wonderful good morning. Plumman as well, and on Zoom, of course. So let's switch to the screen. Here we go, and I need the chat so I can see you, Ian. Wonderful good morning as well. So, and of course, please feel free to ask whatever is in your mind, because this is your show. And I want that you learn something for your own trading, that you become better and better as a human being and of course as a trader. So I'm working on my homepage actually for the English version, and there you will find a sentence, only if the human being works, the trader can work in a perfect way. And this is what we have to do, that we bring the human being in a perfect stage of mind, because trading as itself is basically a simple thing. The big challenge is sitting in front of the screen. The problem or the challenge is the human being, that we can close the gap between knowledge and doing and managing. This gap we have to close. Thomas, wonderful good morning. Mark as well. Rami, wonderful good morning. And this is what I want to help you to do. Therefore, I made yesterday the offer that you connect your account to FX Blue, of course, and send me. And then you can see here, I created a new app, not an app, this is another point. Very soon. Students here and the MBS morning briefing show. And here yesterday I got the first connection for my Doreen, so I can have a look on it. And you know, I'm a really strict teacher and I always tell you the truth. So I have a look on it and then I can give you a response and maybe I can help you to become a better trader. And sometimes, of course, no one knows who is Doreen in that moment. It's an anonymous way. And I cannot talk about that, how you can become better in that way. So the only thing you have to do, make the connection to the FX Blue account and then send me your account, and then I can put it in this students I can add it, and then I can have a look on it. I can help you to become better and better. Sometimes it's just a little bit advices, something else. If you want to become successful on the long run, there's only one advice I can give you. Invest your money in a teacher. Maybe 4 hours or maybe 12 hours teaching and coaching, and afterwards you are well prepared to become successful. Sometimes I see a lot of accounts that people send me, and then I see they deposit 200 and 500 and 300 again. Then they lose the money. Then they deposit another amount. And if I count it together, I see, oh, 1,000, 1,300. And if I see how much a good mentor costs, you can afford a mentor in the same way, I guess. So invest your money in coaching, first of all, a deeper coaching. And I promise you, then you are better prepared to become successful in trading. And in this show, I want to do my best to wrap it in this 30 or 40 minutes to help you just a little bit. But to be honest to each other, if you want to become a really good trader and a successful trader, there is no way than to have a teacher, private teacher to help you. So, upcoming events done. Australian cash rate is done. They left their cash rate unchanged at 0.1. The press conference didn't bring new things out. So everything is fine. There was no really movements in the Australian dollar. Then the unemployment rate we expect today at 11. The forecast is the same like the previous one. And this afternoon or this night, we expect the API weekly bulletin and statistically system. Okay, so let's see what we can do today in the markets. So let's check our running trades. Of course, I trade in 4-hourly chart. This is for part-time traders, the perfect way. Maybe if you don't have that time to check your charts every 4 hours, then you should switch to daily chart. This is a perfect way. And as I showed you yesterday, we make a kind of diversification in minors and majors. We keep going in 4-hourly charts trading, but in indices, we switch to daily chart to catch the big moves. And next week, I want to introduce you to trades in exotic pairs and in commodities in weekly chart. Because the perfect benefit here, or the big advantage here at Admirals, is that you can work with really small sizes, even in the exotics with a micro lot. And I promise you, this will boost your account on a long run. This is how I became and how I'm successful in trading. So, and here in especially MetaTrader 5, you have this, there is a special simple info sample. You can see it here on the left side. And then you can open this, and then you can see if you click maybe on this one, Euro RON. This is Romanian. What's the right name? Le, Romanian Le. And then you see, okay, you see you can work with one mini lot, for example. So here in one, you need one mini lot. So if you take another one, for example, you see you can work with one micro lot. For example, this is really fine, really cool. So we can mix, we can diversify the time frames. Okay, by the way, that's beside. So we are in Australian Swiss francs. You see there was no movement about the rate decision this night or this morning. So we are still in. Kind of loss at the moment. The purple line means my soft stop. The hard stop is placed above the last 0.3. So actually nothing happens. If you will get a close above this purple line, then we trail the hard stop to that candle, but not yet. It's not time to do that right now. So keep going here in Australian Swiss franc. Next one is British pound, New Zealand dollar. So we are still on track. The current candle shows us we are going up again. And to be honest, we have a lot of space to go up. So let it run. We need that money because to bring our account back on track. That's why I tell you all the time, work with the soft stop. Okay. So actually let it run this trade. New Zealand Canadian dollar as well. We are still deep in profits. and we are circling around. Basically, we are within the red zone, but here we're circling around the point of control. Actually, you can see the price a little bit weak, and yeah, as long as the price, as long as we cannot see a new trend, we must suppose that the price or that the trend will continue to the lower side. So there is no need or no rush to intervene into that trade. Okay, so keep going. So in US dollar Swiss, in US dollar Japanese yen, this is a little bit tricky. So you see, yesterday I told you I trail my soft stop closer. Why? Yeah, I can show you. It's about expensive price, but also if you check the sentiment, the private sentiment, I made a list here. So you see the 43 are now on the buyer side, which means just only 57% on the seller side, which means you can see the numbers 80, 70, and it's going less and less and less, which means, okay, more than on the buyer side right now. You know, the private money is still always wrong. So which means, okay, it could be possible right now that the price will going down, because if you have more buyers, basically, you need sellers. So if the number of buyers increase, you need the volume on the seller side. So who is interested on selling? Yet just only institutional money, because they are sitting literally on high profits. And if you want to sell, or if you want to take out your money from the desk, you need to sell. If you are long, of course, which means you need buyers. So therefore, now we have more buyers in private segment and private traders going up, which means, okay, it's just a question of time that the price will going down. Maybe I don't know if we will see a new trend, but it's enough that I see, okay, let's cut and let's take the money out of the desk. Okay? So it is possible to see a new upcoming downtrend, Albert, maybe, but it's not yet the time. It's not the time yet, because this is the last 0.3. It's around about 109.37. Based on this, thank you, Albert, for this question. The big advantage, if you work with rules and if you learn trading on a proper way, the big benefit is that you don't have to guess anymore. And this is what so many people brings in confusion, because they have no rules. They have to follow any guys in internet or online. They have to read the news. They are influenced by a lot of human stuffs. But if you want to feel real freedom, by the way, we came to trading because we want to have more freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. I want to make money. I want to trade wherever I am with my laptop in a cafe or on a beach or something else. But at the end, be honest, where is the freedom? You sit in front of your screens and you trade day trading or other stupid things. You are kind of captured in front of your screen because you have fear, you are afraid that if you miss a trade or miss a signal or something, other stupid things, like me, as I was such an idiot and spent so much time in front of the screen. Is that freedom? What do you think? Is that freedom? In my opinion, no, it's not. Real freedom is if you really feel free, if you are not captured in front of the screen, if you can go anywhere, if you can spend time with your kiddies, with your wife, with your girlfriend, or maybe you do something for other people, then this is real freedom. And if you understand trading in a proper way, then you will feel this kind of freedom. And this is a big advantage if you follow rules. So you don't have to ask, is it possible? Stop asking these things. Why? Yeah, check the chart. That's everything what you have to do. Because I see the same like you. We are on the right side of the chart. So why we should guess or interpreting? If there will be a new trend, we will see it every morning, or we will see it. So maybe, yes, Albert, it is possible, but I don't know. And I don't care about that because I don't have to guess. I see it and I can wait. This is real freedom. And it's the end of kind of guessing if you follow rules. Therefore, so it's kind of checklist. Check, 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 check. If you don't can make a check, put it away. Next trade. This is real freedom. All the other things, it's like Ramat says, like Doreen says, it's a kind of torture. Yeah, it's a really torture to feel that, oh, I cannot miss a signal. No, I don't have time for you right now. Go away. The time you say to your people or to your kids, go away. I have no time for you because you have to check red and green candles. I can promise, unfortunately, based on my own experience, it's the time you will lose everything. And this is the real torture. And this is so far away from freedom, like the sun from the moon. And you don't want to have this experience. Promise me, you don't want to make this experience. It's a really good way. We have a really good way to make trading in a proper and very successful kind, but not in that if you sit in front of your screen hours and hours and hours and hours. It is not necessary. And by the way, yeah, look at this one. That's not an accident. That's a coincidence that we see 71%. And this is a really less number. A lot of other brokers have huge numbers, 87, 90%. Admirals is one of the best broker ever because we make a lot of effort to support you. But that's the truth, guys. And it's time that we go another way. It is time. So the question is, if you want to go that new way, then stop going the old way. Stop, turn, and go with me and Admirals. And I promise you, we have a great chance to become successful on a long run. And then we can celebrate it together. So on my trading, on my watch list today, first of all, in 4-hourly chart is Australian US dollar, because actually there is developing here a new trend. And we are waiting for a correction deeper than 38. And then the balance candle, it's not happened yet. We have to wait. So you see, that's my trend. And of course, the target is basically the point of control. That's the trend. So now we are waiting for the correction deeper than 38, which means actually we have to wait. And then a balance candle, and then we can make a trade. So put in your watch list. I'm not sure if we will see this today, but maybe put in your watch list. Next one is Euro Australian dollar. This is a kind of difficult because it's an unclear picture. And when I hate something, then I hate unclear pictures. So it's just on my watch list. So you see, we have a lot of space to go up to the point of control. So we don't have, and we need a balance candle. Actually, we don't have a balance candle right now. So if I can see, you can see it here. So there was a balance candle, but you see with less volume in it, really less volume. And if we have a balance candle, we need high volume in it, that we can see, oh, there's a really big fight between buyers and sellers, and they really turned the price there. Without high volume there was not really a big fight. And therefore, as a consequence, you don't expect that the price will react on it, but it's still on my watch list, okay? Same almost in Euro, New Zealand dollar, and as you can see, I guess I was kind of right, and I said last week, don't open a trade based on that balance candles here. Even we had high volume in it, but I was able to see there was a secondary facing downwards trends. And therefore I said, don't open the trade there. And now you see we are right. So it's not bad that I was the guy who said, oh, you don't have to do it because I'm right. I know what happened. No, I don't know. It's just a kind of experience, kind of intuition, and I've kind of reading the charts. And this is what it's kind of craft, guys. Trading, it's a craft. You have to train it. You have to learn it. You cannot learn it with 1 hour or with 3 webinars. It's kind of craft. And every craft you have to learn from a master, and then you can train it, and then you can become your own master. And this is the way how you can become successful in trading. That's the only way, okay? And this is why my teacher taught me that, and he said, you have to learn trading from the bottom up. This is what you have to do. And most of the traders are focused on money. That's a wrong focus, guys. Money is just a wasting product on your way to success. The moment you're still focused on money is the way you will fail. Believe me, I did it a lot of years, 7 years roundabout. You don't want to do that, okay? Still on my watch list, but not yet. So, and we can see here in British pound US dollar, the main trend is still facing downwards, but now we can see a secondary trend, which is facing upwards, which is still in the green zone. And here we are on the movement, so there is nothing to do for the moment. US dollar, Canadian dollar, this is also tricky. So, and we see we cut the loss, and now the price went deeper, but without to break the trend here, you see? We're still at the 100% correction, but you can see really clearly at the moment, there is a secondary facing downwards trends, okay? So don't open the trade right now here. So wait if you can have a really clear signal, yeah? So which means we expect a really calm day. So maybe the only one what I have on my watch list is US dollar, for example. So, but here's another one. I'm not sure if you will see the signal today, but here we have US dollar Swiss franc. So first of all, point of control is really far away. We have a lot of space to go down, and the price will go down to the point of control. We have to wait for it, okay? So that's the trend, movement, correction, and this is the move. So now we wait for the correction. We measure the move. Now we need a balance. We need a close above 38, and a balance candle, then we can go down. Okay. So US dollar Swiss franc on my watch list. So before I answer the question of Ian, I have the question of the day, guys. And the question of the day is, listen, a correct trade analysis is based on ... Answer number 1. Your result or the result of the trade. Answer number 2, my rules or your rules. And answer number 3, the poll is open. You can click the button if you want. And answer number 3, sticking to the rules and following my plan. So what do you think? And my diaries are full of analysis of my finished trades, of course. Yeah. So what do you think is the right answer? A correct trade analysis is based on the result or the rules or sticking to rules and following the plan. What do you think? And we can have it on YouTube as well. Thanks, Anna. You are amazing. You're really amazing. You're really the best. Just in my view, you know, it's a kind of perception. So, okay, so we can let it a little bit open. So here comes the question from Ian. Ian, wonderful good morning. Would you recommend to use different accounts to separate FX futures and commodity trading? It's not necessary. As long as you stick to that rules. If you want to follow other rules, then you should open a different account. But don't mix the rules here. So you were in my coaching, Ian, you know. So as long as you stick to rules, you know, trend, movement, Heikin Ashi, and something else, then you can do it on one account. I guess it's a good idea. Maybe you don't have that money to make all trades. Maybe I know you are a good trader because you follow my advices. I guess you can increase the account a little bit to make all trades, but you don't have to open another one. So on YouTube, number 333, guys. Yeah, and we have 90% sticking to rules and follow my plans, 3% rules and 9% the result and 9% my rules. Okay, there's just only one proper answer. Why is it not the rules? And I want to show you how I analyze my finished trades. Why is it not the rules? Why you should, the result, why you should never analyze your trades based on a result? Why? Deep knowledge. Think it through. Can you predict the result? Type yes or no in the chat box. When you open the trade, can you predict in advance, of course, your result? Do you know in advance how much money you will make with your trade? Yes or no? Can you predict it? Yes or no? Type in the chat box, yes or no. Can you predict how much money or how much pips? Don't care about that, doesn't matter. How much pips? Finally, at the end, do you know that? Unless you have a special target and you go in and out. But basically, in this kind of trading, yeah, can you predict it? And there's only one answer. No, you cannot. You cannot. When you open, this is a different strategy. If you have a clear result, yeah, if you have a clear target, then maybe you can predict, but think it through. The question was in advance. Do you know if you reach your goal? Yes or no? No, you cannot. This is an illusion. So you cannot predict your result. Even you have a clear target and you say, okay, there is my target. Before you start the trade, you don't know if your goal will reach. So you cannot predict the result of the trade, of this trade. So why you should analyze or judge a trade when it's finished based on the result? Do you remember? Look, do you remember the dice? The dice is calculated on a mathematic calculation, which means we work with probabilities. So probabilities means Latin probabilitas. And do you remember the second word? I don't know, type in the chat box. Do you remember the second word which is direct related to probabilitas? Do you remember? What was it? Special word? You know it, remember? Maybe you should check the YouTube channel again. It was, no, it was not speculare. The second word, which is direct related to probabilitas. Yeah, Chino, right. It's accidentia. And the third word was moneta. So the second word was accidentia, and accidentia, literally translated, is coincidence. So the money, yeah, Don, right. The money you will make is based on a coincidence. Guys, if it were able to predict our results, then we had an hourglass, an hourly glass. We have an hourly, you have a crystal ball. You cannot predict your result. So therefore, it's based on a coincidence how much money you will make. And it's based on the two milestones your trading must build. Are you able to cut a possible loss? And are you able to let the winner run? Could we know when we started US dollar Japanese yen, were we able to predict that big result? No, we were not. Otherwise, everybody were able to open the trade. But I know really less of you, only my private students, they had this trade open. Sandra, you know. But most of you don't have that trade. Why? You don't trust the system, or you didn't trust the system. So therefore, the result is not correct. Never judge and never analyze your trades based on the result, because the result is based on a coincidence. Okay? So, what's about the rules? Is it fine or is it correct to analyze your trades based on rules? Yes, it is. But it's just the half of the answer. So, because if you stick to the rules, then you're really, really good. You're one of the best trader ever if you are able to stick to rules all the time. Yeah, then you're really good. But the trading success is based on two other milestones. Are you able to cut the loss? And are you able to follow or let the winners run, which means follow your plan. So the correct answer is how to analyze your trades, finish trades. First, if you stuck to the rules, or if you're sticking to rules, and of course, if you followed your plan. That's all how you can analyze your trades. So let's start. I choose this one, Australia, New Zealand. So we have a couple of trades there. So let's start here on the right side. Here we go. And this is a quick analysis. So look at it. That's what was first trade on the right side. You can see it here. So that was the situation on the right side. Here on the right side, you see it here. Okay. So did we stick to the rules? Answer number one. Answer number one, yes, we did. Why? So let's see. Here we go. That was the trend. So that was the trend, movement, correction, movement, correction, movement, correction, movement, correction, and movement, correction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I guess we started here. I'm quite sure we started here. 1, 2, 3. Correction number 4, rule number 2. It was a trend. Yeah. We had a correction deeper than 38. Yes, we had. Did we have a balance candle? Yes, we had one. So we opened the trade. So first point, yes, we stuck to the rules. That's fine. So what was the plan? The plan was to create a new trend, which means in the beginning, we have to cut a possible loss. If we see the dice and we roll the dice, but we don't get a 6, then in that case, we have to cut the loss. And on the other side, we want to sell half the position higher, and then we trail the stop. So that was the plan. Did we follow the plan? That was the point. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so the price went up and went up. So, but unfortunately, we didn't reach our first goal. It was a little bit stupid, but it was not wrong. So, and then here we go. We were deep in profit right now. So everything was right. So we trailed the stop. So now we get out. And now we have to make an analysis. Was our behavior on this trend? Here we go. Here we go. So was this, in a look back, was it right? Or what could we do better? So we stuck to rules. That's fine. That everything is cool. So how we can react next time in a similar situation better. So we were deep in profit here. Let's see here. Then we could see, oh, there was a balance candle. Oh, that means, we were exactly at the point of high. Okay, yeah, maybe it were time to sell half of the position if you can see a contrary signal. And it was the better idea, basically, if you can see, okay, we have an old trend, a quite old trend, to be a little bit more carefully with our stop loss and maybe sell half of the position and trail the soft stop closer, which means there. So, and then you could see, okay, with that candle, we had a close below our soft stop. And in that case, we should trail a hard stop above. And there you could see, then we had a less loss. Jesus Christ. What a word combination. Less loss. You can do it better with alcohol, I guess. Less loss. With alcohol, it's a little better. Okay, so this is a kind of analysis you can do because such situation you will have very, very often. Okay, so but first of all, we stuck to the rules, but the plan, if the plan changed because don't work in our way, then we have to react a little bit. Okay, so just it's just a thing. So, but at the end, it was good that we calculated a loss there. So next one, that was the next trade. So basically, we have to do this. So check it in look back right now. So that was the second trading idea. So what did we do there? Okay, I will show you. So did we stick to the rules? So we drew it in that way: movement, correction, movement, correction. So that was the situation when we were on the right side of the chart. So then we get in and we got out here. So we got in and we got out here. So what could we do better? Yeah, you see, first of all, we didn't have a chance to have a first target because that was too close to the entry. So basically, we followed the plan because we trailed our soft stop bar by bar. Okay, so that was a good idea because after we had a close, we got out there. So that was fine to calculate the loss. We are living on the right side of the chart. In a look back, it looks easier. Oh, maybe we could change the stop loss a little bit deeper, something else. But you know, we are living on the right side of the chart. There you have to make your decisions, okay? So therefore, we had a second entry. And here, fine, we stuck to the rules again, plus point on your side. Then we reached the first target, and that was really cool. But then we got out again. Why? We trailed the hard stop into profit. That was the plan. Okay. So then we had a third entry, and then we had a similar situation like the first one. You see here? So we had a balance candle. Therefore, we should take out half the position, and then we trailed the stop into profit again, and we got out. So can we manage this situation better? Of course, in a look back. Yes, we can. The moment you have one target and you have money and you earned money, it's not necessary to trail the hard stop into profit. How we can do it better? Let the hard stop below the last 0.3, because it's the worst case, and trail the soft stop into profit. So, and it's better. Maybe if we did it in that way, for example, here, okay, we trailed it here. Okay, then we had the close with this black candle below our soft stop. Okay, in that way we got out. Okay, that's fine. Then we had the third entry. That was cool. Here's a better way. If you can see, we have a balanced candle, get out with half of the position there, for example. Yeah. But then trail the soft stop again into profit, maybe into profit. And then you see we had a close. Then we could trail the hard stop a little bit below that. Not exactly, not exactly. We need a little space. And the end, we were still into that. In a look back, it looks really easy, but we have to make our decisions on the right side. So basically, as a result of this analysis, it's a good idea if you have, or if you reach a first target, then trail the soft stop into profit, and let's work with the soft stop there. And this will do the next trades. And this is a kind of analysis. This is the way how I analyze. I hate this English word. This is the way how I make my analysis of my own trades. So, Andre, there's a question. You say go in if you see a real trend, but is it a real trend? Yeah, that's the point. It is a real trend, but it's an unclear trend. I'm right. You are right. It was not the best trend. It was not the best trend. There are better trends. Okay, so you are right. Okay, guys. Sorry for delayed, but I want to explain you that to wrap everything in 30 minutes is a really hard thing. I hope you're fine with it. I wish you now a wonderful day, and I hope we'll see each other tomorrow. And of course, as always, have courage and be kind, and always may the force of the rules be with you. See you. Bye-bye.